Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are getting to the last of the requests that I'm behind on for our sponsored request. This is from November from our buddy CB, or Bad Cowboy. Technically not a request. His requests were for Twasa, Good Goodbye, and Psycho for Babymonster, which we did earlier. But this one, because I was late from his request, I gave a free one. So we've got Supa Dupa Luv. We did the reaction separately. If you watched it, you know I love this song just like I love the other two that were on this album that we've done. So looking forward to the breakdown. Also, last thing is, I apologize if I sound scratchy or stuffy. I'm still getting over being sick from Christmas Eve. I think that covers everything. Let's head over. All right, so we got like the black hole here, that event horizon. Then we have the butterfly, all the butterflies. Butterflies, we talk about this all the time. They can represent lots of different things. Sometimes they can represent the soul of the departed. They can also represent a metamorphosis. You know, you start as the caterpillar, you go into the cocoon, you come out as the beautiful butterfly. So I'm not quite sure what the symbolism that we're going with here is. I assume it would be the metamorphosis, especially because we're talking about a positive thing, like love. We're not talking about any past lives or anything. So yeah, I'm gonna lean towards the metamorphic type of interpretation of that butterfly.
I ain't never felt a feeling like this, never had a feeling this big. If I ever saw a sky full of shooting stars, and I'd be spinning every single wish on you. Nothing.
I mentioned this in at the end of the reaction. Asa has like one primary rap style, but what she's really good at is gear shifting. And what I mean by that is she can speed up and slow down as it fits the pocket of the song. So what she did here at the opening is only slightly different from what she's going to do later, but it's still enough to differentiate it, and I think she sounds amazing.
That I wouldn't do. I should go make a monster shy. It's true, so different from the usual.
I love that line. We'll come back to it when we do the lyrics.
Gotta slow down, gotta cool down from you.
Love Rita's like kind of richer tone. Okay, so verse 1, no, I ain't never felt a feeling like this, never had a feeling this big. If I ever saw a sky full of shooting stars, then I'd be spending every single wish on you. So obviously, we talked about the name of the song, Supa Dupa Luv, so this big bombastic feeling of love, and it's something that they're not used to. All right, but also, I like that line, like, if I saw a sky full of shooting stars, you make a wish on a shooting star. She says, if I saw a sky full of them, I'd spend every one of them wishing on you. It might be wishing for you, wishing for your happiness, whatever. Nothing that I wouldn't do. How'd you go and make a monster shy? I just like that line because obviously this doesn't need explaining, but Babymonster, monsters are supposed to be big, bad, whatever, but that now we're making them all shy and, little oohs. It's true, so different from the usual that every kind of beautiful. My heart's running out of room, so like my heart's swelling with love and affection here. Whoa, 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 whoa! Gotta slow down, gotta cool down from you. Like being around you is like speeding my heart up. It's heating me up. Like I gotta pump the brakes just a little bit, or I'm gonna go like too all in too quick. And it's sort of what we get at in the last line, because then it's whoa, 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 I'm so all in, fireballing, I cannot lie. So fireballing, especially the way I think of fireballing here is if you think of like the Super Mario video games where you shoot out the fireball and it like just keeps rolling until it hits something. I think of that like something that's just rolling out of control, burning hot. And also, of course, the so all in, like, I have no reservations, then rhymed with fireballing. All right, so we got the pre-chorus. Now, video-wise, other than the butterfly, the only other thing that I saw that well, I didn't catch this chair up here when I was watching the fire above them, but that makes sense because we're talking about cooling down and the fires up there. But the paper airplane going through this tunnel of the clouds, like I don't know what that represents other than because it was like a tunnel, it was almost like a singular destination, as if that plane represented her heart flying straight to them. Um, and then we get this pre-chorus where it's going to start because of you, I'm flying high. Rhoda, just gorgeous vocals here. And we see the horse. Okay, so we see that horse a couple of times. Rita was riding like a little statue horse. Then there was a horse in the cloud. And I'm assuming that's supposed to mean like strength and freedom. But I don't know. For some reason, that doesn't feel like it adequately describes what it's supposed to be here. So if you know more of why they're using the horse, let me know in the comments. All right, now we're dropping into the chorus, but since we're already paused, because of you, I'm flying high. Because of you, I'm waking up in the sky. So, like, you make me feel light, like I'm dreaming, basically. Hand on my heart till death do us part. Like, we're already making vows. Like, this might be a first love, or it just might be a really passionate love. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm already talking about seeing you at the altar. The sweetest dynamite, I mentioned that bombastic type of love, like this big, huge explosion of feeling. And that's what we're referencing there. And then we're going to take that sweetest dynamite from the pre-chorus and jump straight into the chorus with boom, boom, boom. So I like how they actually tied that in as one consistent sentence almost. Boom, boom, boom. I'm about to explode. How can I feel more than this? I don't know. We got that super duper love. Love, love. Super duper love. Love. There's a horse again. Okay, so before we go into this big rap section with Ruka, Asa, and Chiquita, which, by the way, the fact that Chiquita gets to rap again, like, she does it fairly often, so it's not like this huge surprise, but sharing the verse as opposed to doing a small bit, like she actually shares this rap verse. I enjoy that. But chorus was boom, boom, boom. I'm about to explode. How can I feel more than this? I don't know. So it's that feeling of like, if I felt anything more, I might literally burst. We got that Supa Dupa Luv. Boom, boom, boom. My heart is too loud. How can it get better than it is right now? And then we got that Supa Dupa Luv. So, but we got the horse again, and then we have the butterflies on the little it's not a chandelier, it's like a, I don't know, it's almost more like a wind chime. Love is so gigantic, so galactic, massive, so enormous, just like magic. I've been seeing stars and hearing orchestras like this zero gravity. You and me beyond infinity, got me up in the air like high like a rocket, taking me there. Okay, because there were a couple of things here, I want to pause before we get into Ace's part. So this love is so gigantic, so galactic. Earlier we saw like the video opening up with the black hole and the event horizon showing there. Massive, so enormous. So we're just comparing the scale of our feelings to the biggest things we can think of. Just like magic, I've been seeing stars. Pretty obvious there, and hearing orchestras. So this is like, you don't see or hear this example much anymore, but it's kind of like when somebody says they hear symphonies in their head when they think of this person. That's what we're talking about. And obviously hearing symphonies is just feeling this beautiful music that's whether it be what they're creating together or whether it be the music of that person's soul, whatever it is, that's what they're hearing. And And then, like that, Zero Gravity, You and Me, Beyond Infinity. Shout out to Buzz Lightyear. Um, yeah, so again, we're talking galactic level, outer space. Like nothing's containing this love, and we're keeping that outer space theme fairly consistent. We, like I said, we had those shooting stars we referenced earlier. We've got the black hole, this event horizon, the galactic reference, the zero gravity, which would be in space. And that zero gravity also goes back to the lines of flying high and waking up in the sky. Uh, yeah, okay. And then the next part where Asa comes in is going to talk about heart like a rocket. Uh, let me just read this part since we're already paused. Heart like a rocket, you're taking me there. Houston, yeah, we got a problem. Okay. That's a pretty famous line, obviously, from the Apollo missions. Other rockets were launched as well, but because I lost control of emotion, no hands on the wheel, need more oxygen, like you're taking my breath away. You a phenomenon. I could go on and on about how I feel. Can't. This part is Chiquita's. Can't stop, won't stop. I don't need a pit stop. So that's a racing reference. I'm assuming everyone gets that. Actually, you know what? I know some of y'all don't, because some of y'all don't watch sports at all. So during a race, as you need a break for fuel or new tires, or if it's a bike race, if you need snacks or a tire change, whatever, they have what's called a pit stop, where it's like a little break, like a little reset to regather yourself. She's saying she doesn't need any no breaks. Beating like a boombox, talking about her heart. No one got what you got, hitting me like a bazooka. Only want love if it's Supa Dupa. So only if it's this huge bombastic feeling that we've got right now. That's the only kind of love I want. I don't want these timid kind of loves.
Houston, yeah, we got a problem, cause all is control of emotion, no hands on the wheel. Needing more oxygen, you a phenomenon. I could go on and on about how I feel. Can't stop, won't stop, I don't need a pit stop. Fitting like a boombox, now look at what you got. Hitting me like a bazooka. Only one love if it's super duper. Because of you, I'm flying high. Because of you, I'm waking up in the sky. Hands on my heart, till death do us part. The sweetest dynamite.
I mentioned how Laura's vocals are underrated. Rita's vocals are underrated too. I love her. Her tone is much more, at least in this song, it's a little more sultry, a little more rich than some of the other girls. That's not a good or a bad thing comparing it to them. It's just a quality that she has. Also, we miss Rami. Come back, Rami. Feel better soon. But yeah, like the two of them getting to do the pre-choruses where they're the only ones on it and they get to shine is really a good decision, because again, they get buried sometimes under the talent of some of the others with the line distribution.
Boom, boom, boom. I'm about to
That was a really cool camera shot, how we basically used the cosmos and then we're like almost pulling back through that cloud tunnel that we saw earlier where the paper airplane went through, and as we pull back, it's showing us like that it was the window to this girl's soul.
boom, boom. I'm about to explode. How can I feel
There's our
more
satellite.
than this?
Then Chiquita's like the Old Spice, man. Like, I'm on a horse.
Don't know. We got that super duper love. Love, love. Super duper love. Love. Boom, boom, boom. My heart is too loud. How can it get better than it is right now? We got that super duper love. Love, love. Super duper love.
I like those soft ad-libs there. Like there's nothing, the ad-lib's more of a like a soft echo almost on that line. Like there was no super over the top high notes here. It was reserved but still blended beautifully. So yeah, I really enjoyed this song too. And you know what else I enjoyed about this song is that it's so good and yet so different from the two bangers that we already did with We Go Up and Psycho. So they're flexing how big their range is in terms of what they can do, what they're willing to do. So yeah, still looking forward to more from these girls. Can't get enough. Hope you guys enjoyed. All right, my friends, that was Supa Dupa Luv from Babymonster. Shout out again to CV or Bad Cowboy. Thank you so much for the request. I know technically it wasn't your request, but again, free one thrown in to make up for being late on the others. If you guys enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell to enable your notifications. And also, if you want to get requests done here on the channel, 2 ways to do it. You can either become a Patreon subscriber. Shout out to our Patreon subs, and thank you guys for all your support. Subscribers, the paid subs over there, get access to content that I can't put here on the channel, and they also get the guaranteed request every month. The other way to get requests done is there's a link to PayPal in the description below, and there's also instructions there on how to use it. So feel free to check it out, and I will see you guys for the next one. Take care, everybody.